up, athletes? Here we go with building that mindset. So mindset is the missing key to many athletes' next level of performance, right? We can all go to the gym, we can all have talent, but eventually mindset becomes a limiting constraint of how far can I take my performance, or how far can I get in that Olympic pursuit, right? As we continue to develop our mindset, there's a couple key things that we need to discuss, and then I'm gonna give you action steps to be able to build your mindset every day. Here we go with Mindset 101. What we do know is that the more experience I have, the more confident I get that I can do hard things or outcomes that I want that are desired, right? So the key over here is experience. It's not about just reading another motivational book. It's not about just talking with your coach about like, oh yeah, you can do this. No, dude, I have to put the experience behind the actions, right? If I have an action and I say, hey, you know what? I'm gonna curl 10 pounds today. I might be able to do it 5 times. The next time, I'm gonna say, hey, I'm gonna do it 11. I'm gonna do it 12. I'm gonna do it 13. If I can continuously show myself that I can do the action and I can grow day to day, my experience says, hey, if I want to get to there, I just got to do more, right? I got to do more reps. I got to do more action. I got to increase the volume. If I can do that day from day, from day from day, my body and my brain are going to start working together to say, hey, I can do this. Whatever that thing is, I can do it. Once you have that I can mindset and you can start to believe, because you have the actions behind it to support that belief system, now you win over and over again. You have the ability to grow and expand your mindset. Here's a couple things that go into the mindset development. One, you have to be disciplined, right? And as an athlete, this is very difficult. Even some of the best athletes out there, hey, you've got a lot of talent, right? But you aren't disciplined. You slack off on the weekends. Hey, it's holidays, you know what? I can eat the sugars. I can do this. I can stop training for a week during Christmas break, right? The discipline eventually will trump everything else. Talent, great. Discipline is gonna trump that in a matter of time, okay? So as we start doing this stuff, you have to stay disciplined. The people around you, a lot of time the athletes, the friends, the family, they don't have the same national title goals. They don't have the same Olympic dreams as you. It's hard. You feel like you're on an island, man. Everyone else gets to enjoy this, and I have to stay over here, and I gotta stay focused. I gotta stay disciplined on what those things are that I know are gonna drive my performance to the next level. And this is lonely. It's hard. It's very difficult, right? But that top 1% of people, they get it. They understand, hey, everyone else can eat that crap. My body cannot, right? Everyone else can go and stay out late at night. I gotta stay consistent to my sleep. I gotta be dedicated to it. If you stay disciplined to those core things that are gonna take your performance to the next level, it is inevitable that you will win in the long run. It's inevitable, right? Just do the daily behaviors, stay disciplined with it. Consistency over and over again. This is the hard part, right? It's one thing to do it for a week. It's one thing to do it for a month. But as we start looking at sports development, this is from the time you're 5 years old to the time you're 30, at your peak performance years, right? We need to stay consistent. And this is 15, 20, 25, 30 years of consistency back to back to back. Guess what? You get to 30 years old, if you're still performing after that, you have probably 5 to 10 peak years left, right? But after that, you've got 50 years of doing what you want to. In my world, it's staying consistent for the rest of your life, right? But if you want to just maximize your peak performance, do it for the first 35, 40 years of your life. If you can do that and you can stay consistent longer than everyone else, you will win matches, you will win battles, you will win Olympic medals, you will win whatever that thing is that you want to win, okay? Because you're disciplined and you stay consistent longer than everyone else. Now, how do we actually do this, okay? First approach, I gotta do hard things, whether it's just one extra rep, whether it's a little bit more weight, whether it's staying after and doing a sprint on the bike, whether it's jumping in the cold plunge. I have to do things on a daily basis that push my mindset to the next level. If I don't do hard things, I cannot believe and build a confidence in myself to say, hey, this is gonna be hard, I can do this, right? Instead, it's like, oh, I'm not able to do that, or I cannot do that, right? I start to get this doubt mindset, which is gonna shrink my capacity in my overall development and growth. So 1, do hard things. 2, understand and be able to regulate your emotions. This is a big piece of athletic performance, right? As we're developing, we get so frustrated and mad and angry that we lose, right? Change the way you look at losses. Hey, pick out 2 or 3 things that you can do different to make the chance of losing less, right? That's it. If I lose, don't freak out. Don't throw your head here. Don't go pissed off at the world, right? It's not their fault. It's your fault. If there's things that I can do to address this, chances of loss will continue to go down, right? If I take two things, hey, you know what? At the end of each practice, my cardio sucked during that match. At the end of each practice, I'm gonna jump on the bike for 2 minutes and I'm gonna push myself as hard as I can. Inevitably, what's gonna happen is my cardio is gonna build up, right? In the future, I'm not gonna lose because my gas tank ran out anymore, right? I put the time in, I've chosen the action to support the behavior that I want, which is gonna help me build my gas tank. Every day, every match, boom, now I have a confidence over here. It's not gonna be a loss because of my cardio, right? So if I find that thing and I can practice it over and over again, and I find ways to regulate the emotional control, now I win over and over again. So 1, do hard things. 2, find ways to take losses and emotionally flip them to say, hey, how do I grow from this experience? 3, stay disciplined every day. Pick that 1 or 2 things. Pick that 3 or 4 things. Hey, sleep, I know I need 8 to 10 hours. Nutrition, I need to be eating a nutritious breakfast. I need to be eating at lunch. I need to eat dinner. I cannot eat my sugars. I cannot drink my pops, right? Stay disciplined to those behaviors. 3, the training side of it. Again, just training like everyone else doesn't get you abnormal output. It gets you normal. It gets you the 80% bell curve, right? Everyone else is doing this. I have to think different. I have to do more reps. I have to break up my training blocks. Maybe I put a physical training part here. I got my practice here. I'm gonna do a mental side training here, right? I can train more than other people. I can have a better system in place to support the outcomes that I want on the back end. Guys, if you incorporate those 3 things into your training, it will completely revolutionize your mindset and take your performance to the next level. So get after it. If you guys have questions, download the guides, give us a call, get in here, experience the difference, and I guarantee you when you leave here, you'll be like, wow, I've got a lot of mental capacity that I can grow and I can push myself to the next level. Get after it, download the guides, we'll see you on the inside. Later.